Hi everyone, this is Tom Hua from Melbourne, Australia again. I'm the founder of Click Seminars. Good to see you again online. I hope you and your family are all doing well. Before we get started, can you please type in 1 into the chat box if you can see me and if you can hear me. Just type in 1 and perhaps where you are from. Please type in 1 into the chat box. If you can see me, if you can hear me, that's great. Jonathan, can you please also type in 1 if you can see me, if you can hear me? That's great. That's wonderful. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic. It looks and sounds okay. Welcome wherever you are coming from today or tonight, should I say. We have a brand new trainer for you in this session. In the year 2014, this man was divorced, homeless, and had 3 boys to look after who needed special care. He was down and out. Then he discovered one of the most powerful strategies on the stock market and started making money. Enough to get himself on his feet, get a house, and help his family. 2 years ago, he discovered an even better strategy to apply his knowledge to cryptocurrency trading. As a result, he now generates a daily, weekly, monthly, and a yearly income from trading full-time and is a well-respected crypto trader. His knowledge and skills enabled him to live the kind of lifestyle most of people dream about. He lives in Australia, same as me, and makes a full-time living in just 10 hours a week. In fact, in the past 4 weeks, just in the past 4 weeks, he's generated 50%, 100%, and even 400% returns for himself and his clients. One crypto he gave on a webinar, just like this one, returned 471% in just 2 weeks. Today, he reviewed his strategy and how you too could cash in on a gold rush that is crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the man himself, Mr. Jonathan Jobe. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Tom. Thank you very much for having me here today. Absolute pleasure. Great to see you.
Thank you very much for being with us today. So now I'm going to mute myself and disappear from the camera, and the virtual floor is yours until you call me back.
Thank you very much, Tom. Absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for joining with us here today. As Tom said, my name is Jonathan Jobe, and I'm very, very excited to be here with you today and help you discover 3 different ways to trade this cryptocurrency market. And I'm going to get through my exact strategy, so make sure you have a pen and paper and you're ready to do some learning. We're going to be together for the next hour, okay? And I'm going to try to cram as much information as I can in this 1 hour. So quickly, I'm just going to share my screen here. Now, can you please put a number 1 in the chat if you can see my screen? It says, if you invested 5,000 across these 3 altcoins, it would have only taken 12 months to turn that 5,000 into 68 million. Yes, Brenda, Fritz, David. Okay, great. Awesome. Well, okay. So look, as the title suggests, I'm actually going to show you the exact 3 investments that I made that turned that 5,000 into 68 million. And not only am I going to show you those 3 investments that you could have invested in, but I'm actually going to show you, all right, how you can find those ones now, because you haven't missed the boat. You haven't missed an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to get into this market. Now, this webinar is going to be for you if maybe you've bought some cryptocurrencies, but you really want to turbocharge your returns. Maybe you're just doing the simple buy, hold, pray, wish strategy, okay, which is okay. But if you're not making additional income, all right, if you're not making money on the way down, which is actually possible. If you're not making money on the way down when a cryptocurrency falls in this market, then you're leaving money on the table. Maybe you don't have a large amount of capital, but you're looking for somewhere to start investing. See, in this market, you can start with just a couple of $100 and really start to get your money working for you. You know, maybe you don't have hundreds of thousands to put into a business or to buy property, but maybe you just want to get the little bit that you have to start working for you and start generating you a return. If you've got children, this is fantastic. If you've got children, doesn't matter what age, a lot of times our children actually pick this up quicker than we do. And it's a fantastic, you can get them working for you, get your children making the money for you while you go and relax and go on a holiday somewhere. Look, if you enjoy learning new things, what I'm sharing with you here today, I only share on invitation only webinars like with Tom here today. Okay, I don't just share this information freely online. So if you do enjoy learning new information, you're going to get a lot out of today that you haven't heard before. Maybe you've already got a portfolio but you want to broaden and go into new markets. Well, this webinar, I'm going to give you some great strategies. You know, maybe you've just got a little bit of play money and you want to sort of see what other investments are out there so you can start generating additional returns. Well, this is going to be great for you because we say, you know, you don't put your whole portfolio into this, but put a part of it, you know, put a section of your portfolio and start to get a feel, start to get your feet wet in this market. Now, just very briefly, what led me to this webinar? Well, as Tom mentioned, you know, I was homeless. I was living in my parents' garage for a while, and through trading, I was able to change my life. I was able to pay for my wedding, pay for my honeymoon, and then buy this beautiful home here on the Gold Coast, and really be able to set my family up now. And what happened was one day I was sitting in the new home, and these are my parents, Stephen and Nari Jobe, and they're real estate agents here on the Gold Coast in Australia. And we were sitting in this new house, and we were having a bit of a chat. They were here to see the grandkids, and we were talking about basically where money has been, where it's going, and where the future of the internet is. Because right now he can't see past my success. Okay, you're sitting in a new house that's been paid off. Well, you know, you can't see past that. So what happened was we're sitting down and we're talking about money, right? And we're talking about how, you know, since 1970 it got taken off the gold standard, and basically that money has lost 85% of its value. Okay. And we're talking about the internet, and you've had the internet 1.0. When the internet 1.0 come on, basically all you could do was get online and look at information. That's all you could do. And then the internet 2.0 came out, and the internet 2.0 was when you could actually converse with other people online and buy and sell. And this was the explosion of Facebook and Amazon and Shopify and all those sites we've come to know and love now, and completely changed the way we do life. Okay. And then in 2010, with the launch of Bitcoin, launched the internet 3.0, the decentralized internet. And, you know, I've been talking to him about this is where we're going. This is where we're heading. So look, my dad, being a very big skeptic, said, okay, son, look, here's $2,000. See if you can prove me wrong. So we took his $2,000. We invested it in this cryptocurrency, which was at 5 cents at the time. 3 days later, we doubled his investment and turned that $2,000 into $4,176.80 in 3 days. And that's US dollars profit too. And then we continued on and, you know, got Cardano 107% in just 1 day. 220% on Solana as it fell in price. I'm telling you, you can make money when cryptocurrencies fall. Here's a trade we did on a coin called Dogecoin. And Dogecoin, I'm not a big fan of it long-term, but you can make some great short-term money with it. So we put $1,000 investment in there. And after the first half of the day, we sold the first half of the position for $296 profit. Now, the reason we did that was because we want to take some profit off the table. We want to risk manage. We want to pay ourselves as much and as often as we can. So we took off the first half of the position after the first half of the day. At the second half of the day, we sold the second half and made an additional $329 profit. So that is a total profit of $626.28 just in one day from one cryptocurrency. So let me tell you, my dad is now converted, and what he actually does is he allocates a portion of each house he sells, the commission he gets, a portion of that goes straight into here and to set him up for retirement, and so he can start to retire early. And look, you can do this with a little bit amount of money. As I said before, 1.5 days of trading, $379 profit from an account that just had $500 in it. $379 profit in 1.5 days. Here's a trade we did with Bitcoin. We saw a pattern lining up and $20,000 we made as Bitcoin fell. I'm telling you, if you're just doing the buy and hold strategy, you're leaving money on the table, okay? You can make amazing money when cryptocurrencies fall, and it is very possible. I think we all understand cryptocurrencies here to stay. You've got big companies like Fidelity. They've got 10.4 trillion, that's trillion with the T, under asset management, and 7 out of 10 of their institutional investors want exposure to this space. Now, at the moment, they can't. And the reason they can't, well, there's two reasons they can't. The first reason is they need to make sure that cryptocurrency is mined in an eco-friendly way. Okay, so what they're actually doing is they're help funding startup companies that are going to mine cryptocurrency using wind and solar panel in the United States. Okay, so that's the first thing they've got to do. The second thing they have to do is they have to just figure out how they need to account for it. Okay, so at the moment with the traditional stock market, what they do is there's an open time and there's a close time, okay? And what they do is they get audited outside the opening hours and make sure everything's done above board. With the cryptocurrency market, it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, okay? So they need to figure out how they can account for it, how they can regulate it. Once they do those two things, right now, we're currently at I think it's a $2.6 trillion market. Okay, once these institutional investors can come in, it's going to go from a $2.6 trillion market up to a $100 trillion market and then beyond. Okay, this is one of the very few times in history that the little guy, that you and I, can get in before the big institutions can, which is why I'm so excited and I'm trying to spread the news. You got Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary. He used to call Bitcoin garbage, and now he thinks it's amazing. He's heavily involved in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well, and is leading the charge with the institutions. Now, there's now as many as 100,000 Bitcoin millionaires, and that's up from just 25,000 Bitcoin millionaires just 3 months ago, all right? So this area is exploding. It's creating millionaires daily, and it's not too late to get in. So let's get into this. We are going to get into the 3 strategies. So take a quick drink. We're going to get into these 3 strategies. Strategy number 1 is altcoin my secret sauce strategy, okay? How to turn that 5,000 into 68 million. Strategy number 2 is long-term trading. So what areas do you look up to set up that long-term portfolio? And strategy number 3 is my short-term trading, how I get that daily, weekly, monthly income, all right? So let's get ready. We're getting straight into this right now. Now, for those of you who are wondering what the difference is between altcoin and Bitcoins, well, basically, Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and everything else is an altcoin. Okay, so if you're wondering what altcoin is, you're not too sure about this market, well, you've got Bitcoin and then everything else is classified as an altcoin. So if you got, let's say, if you got $5,000, right, and you put some in Neo, which went up 162,938% in 12 months. You went through you've got Spectre Coin, which went up 62,905% in 12 months. And you had Verge Coin, which went up 1,682,894% in just 12 months. If you had placed $5,000 evenly between those three exact altcoins, you would have turned that 5,000 into 68 million in just 12 months. Okay, that is life-changing money. However, you might be saying, well, that's great, Jonathan. That's been done in the past. What about now? Well, let's have a look and see what are the things you need to look out for when you're looking for that next explosive coin. The first thing you want to have a look at is it altcoin season? Now, I'm going to be giving you some websites here today. Make sure that you write them down. Don't go to them just yet. Okay, go to them later. We've got to get through the training, but make sure you write these down correctly, okay? Because if you write them down wrong, you can go to the wrong website and people have ill intentions and you can get spun around, okay? So we've taken great care to put these in, write them down exactly. So is it altcoin season? All right. So how we tell that with this chart is if it's above this top line, we're in altcoin season. If we're in the middle, we're in neutral territory. And if we're down below, we are in Bitcoin season. Okay. So when you're looking at this strategy, you don't want it to be altcoin season. If it's altcoin season, you're buying at the top of the market. Okay. You want to be getting in at neutral territory or in Bitcoin season, okay? So right now we are currently in neutral territory. So now is a perfect time to do that. Now to find this chart, you go to blockchaincenter.net, blockchaincenter.net, and that you'll find this chart. The next thing we want to do is have a look at a cryptocurrency with a lower market cap. A market cap between 100 to 200 million is about the sweet spot. Now, for those of you who are new to this space and don't know what a market cap is, a market cap is basically the price of the coin times by the amount of that coin in circulation, and that's your market cap. So for example, you've got Random Coin, and Random Coin has got $100 per coin, and there's 1 million coins in circulation. That would make the market cap of Random Coin $100 million. So the amount of the coin times by the amount of the coin in circulation. So we want that lower market cap between 100 to 200 million. And the reason we want that is because the whole market cap, as I alluded to before, was 2.6 trillion, right? If you find a cryptocurrency with a lower market cap, it hasn't caught up with the rest of the market. It needs to explode in value to catch up to where this market is, okay? So a cryptocurrency between 100 to $200 million market cap is a fantastic place to look for that next explosive coin. So you can do that at coinmarketcap.com, all right? www.coinmarketcap.com, all right? The next thing we want to have a look at is it on a reputable exchange? So again, for those of you who are new to this space, if you don't know what an exchange is, it's like an interactive broker's account or an eToro, or if you've got a banking app where you buy and sell shares, okay? So it's like a brokerage account, but it's for the cryptocurrency space. So I like to look for one that's been on a reputable exchange. So we've got a few here. One is Binance and Coinbase, Kraken, CoinSpot, and SwiftX. Binance is the one I mainly use, okay? Coinbase is also a very, very good one as well. It's listed on the New York Stock Exchange and very, very good platform. So here's some of these ones here. Now, the reason you want to make sure it's on a reputable exchange is one, because you want to make sure that this coin is legitimate. And if it's on a reputable exchange, that speaks volume to the coin's legitimacy, right? The second reason you want it to be on a reputable exchange is you want to make sure that you can get in and out of that cryptocurrency. You want to make sure there's a thing called liquidity. And I know a person, and she, got into a cryptocurrency on a not so reputable exchange, and she made some profit and wanted to get out, and she couldn't get it out, and she was transferring it from one coin to another coin and paying these gas fees and all these different things. Eventually, she got it out and lost most of her profit in the process. Okay, so going on a reputable exchange is very, very important for a number of reasons. And to know whether that cryptocurrency is on a reputable exchange, you go to this website here, www.coingecko.com. Okay, if you go to coingecko.com, you search up that cryptocurrency, go halfway down the page, and you'll actually be able to see what exchanges that cryptocurrency is listed on, and it will tell you whether they're reputable exchanges or not. The next thing we want to have a look at for this next explosive coin is who is behind the project. So the reason we want to do that is we want to make sure that whoever's behind the project has been in this space before and they know what they're doing, okay? You don't want someone in here that's their first time, they've never done this before, and they're just trying to find their feet, okay? There's a less chance that they're going to be successful. But if they've been in this space before, they've had some success, okay, they've got a great team around them, then there's a great chance that this cryptocurrency is going to go. So here's one example here of a cryptocurrency called Polkadot, right? And Polkadot has a gentleman behind it by the name of Gavin Wood. Now, Gavin Wood was the co-founder and CTO of Ethereum. Now, for those of you who don't know what Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. You've got Bitcoin's number one, Ethereum is number two. Okay, so Gavin Wood was one of those guys behind Ethereum getting it up and running, one of the co-founders. Now, I want you to put a number 3 in the chat if you think Polkadot has been a raging success with Gavin Wood behind the project. Let me see it in the chat there now. A number 3 if you think this has been a great success. Yes, okay, lots of number 3s coming. 3, 3, 3, 3. Fantastic. Yes, absolutely. And you would be right. Okay. In the last 12 months, you would have turned the $10,000 investment into $143,435. And don't forget you change 37 cents. Okay. So with Gavin behind the helm, this has been a raging success and continues to do so. The next thing we want to have a look at is, do they have positive social engagement? Okay, so we want to have a look and see, look on their Facebook, Telegram, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, their Discord channel. We want to have a look at all these different platforms and see, basically, if you have a look, if Coca-Cola doesn't sell any Coke, right? They're not going to make any money. Well, with these cryptocurrencies, they still need customers. They need adoption. They need people buying the coin and using that cryptocurrency for its use cases. Okay, so they can only do that if there's a community around them. And to be able to see if they have a community, you want to go onto their social media channels. And you also want to make sure that they have positive social engagement so that they're actually conversing with the people. When they're asking questions, they're replying to them, and they're actually building a community. All right. Now, there's been cryptocurrencies that have made millionaires, many millionaires, just being launched through positive social engagement. There's one called Shiba Inu, and it's created many, many different millionaires. Okay. And it has no use cases. It doesn't really tick any of the other boxes, but it's got massive positive social engagement, and it has just gone through the absolute roof. Now, I'm not a big fan of Shiba Inu, long term, but it just shows you the power of positive social engagement. And this, coupled with the other steps that I'm teaching you here today, is what all makes an amazing pick. All right. So the next thing we want to have a look at is tokenomics. So tokenomics is just another word for token economics, okay? So just very quickly too, the difference between coins and tokens, I could dive deep into it, but we don't have time here today. But the difference between coins and tokens is essentially digital versions of money, and tokens stand for assets or deeds, okay? And all you really need to know right now is this strategy works for both coins and tokens. So the first thing you want to ask is how many tokens or coins can be made. All right. If there's an infinite amount that can be made, they're not going to be very scarce. They're not going to be very rare. And there's a good chance the price is not necessarily going to follow. Okay. But if it's a rare coin, if they're scarce, it drives the price up, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, only 21 million Bitcoin can ever be made, right? Only 21 million ever in the whole history of the world can 21 million ever be made, right? Which is going to make Bitcoin in the next 12 months the most scarce asset on the planet. Next thing you want to look at is make sure that not too many are owned by one specific person. Okay. Now, the reason why is, so let's just say, for example, you got into a cryptocurrency and the person behind that cryptocurrency owned 30% of the coins, okay? And they launched this cryptocurrency and it was doing well, it was doing great on the market. The person behind the project with the 30% has now made $100 million with his 30%. He decides, you know what? I'm going to sell out. I'm going to go live on an island for a little while. I'm finished. So he dumps his 30% of his coins. That's going to drive that cryptocurrency into the ground, okay? So having one with too many owned by one person is not a good thing. You want to make sure that there's even distribution. So this is one chart of a cryptocurrency that I've been involved in, and this is their tokenomics chart. Now, you can find this on their website or what's called white paper, okay? And basically, if you search up the cryptocurrency, you'll be able to find the information. So you want to make sure 6.8 was owned by community and operations. 6.3 was owned by the people behind the technology and tools, and 3.1% was owned by the management behind the project. So that left 83.3% to be mined and used by people in the ecosystem. All right. So this was great tokenomics chart, and one of the big reasons I got into this cryptocurrency. The next thing we want to have a look at is it a pre-mine launch or a fair launch? Okay. So a pre-mine launch means some coins are mined by the team behind the project and some are sold to raise capital. Okay. This is the most common way. The other way is fair launch. So fair launch is when no allocation for pre-launch, a small group starts mining the coin as soon as it's launched, okay? Now, the most famous of this is Bitcoin, all right? And look, fair launch is great, okay? If you can find one that ticks all the boxes and is a fair launch, that's a great start. However, majority are pre-mine launch. Majority of these are startup capital, okay? And they need money to get their project off the ground. So most of them do pre-mine launch. If you only look for fair launch, you're going to be leaving some money on the table, okay? So, but it's still important to know if it's a fair launch and it ticks all the other boxes, well, that's another feather in your hat. All right. So if you had gone through these steps, okay, you would be able to find cryptocurrencies like NEO, which went up over 162,000%, Spectre Coin, which went up over 62,000%, and Verge Coin, which went up over 1,682,000%, okay, turning that 5,000 into $68 million in just 12 months, okay? So that's my secret sauce strategy, but don't go anywhere because I've got another 2 strategies, another 2 ways to make even more income from this market. All right, the next one is long-term strategy. Okay, so with this long-term strategy, what you do is you're looking at, you know, very stable cryptocurrencies, and you sort of got to wait for the rest of the market to grow. So it's a little bit of a slower growth. You're in it for 12 months plus, okay? But but I use long-term to put a larger part of my portfolio, a larger part of buy and hold into my portfolio. So we've got long-term strategy. Now, what cryptocurrencies do we look at for long-term strategy? Well, the first area we want to have a look at is smart contract cryptocurrencies. Okay, so smart contract cryptocurrencies, the most famous one of those is Ethereum, as we said before, second largest cryptocurrency in the world, just under Bitcoin. So what is a smart contract? Well, let's just say you wanted to sell your house for $1 million and I wanted to buy your house. Well, we'd set up a smart contract, and the smart contract would say, if you upload the deed and I upload the $1 million, then the contract has been met. All right. So what we do is we go in, you upload the deed to your place, I upload the $1 million. The smart contract says both parties have adhered to their side of the agreement. Then it would shoot out the $1 million to you, give me the deed to your place, all done and dusted. No need for real estate agents and lawyers and or anyone like that. And this is changing the way we do business. Here's some businesses here that have employed this blockchain technology already. You got ones like Visa and Ford and DHL, Shell, Pfizer, British Airways. You've got banks and Delta Airways, and so many different companies are already putting this into action. All right, you've got smart blockchain powered locks, okay, which is going to change the way we do Airbnb. All right, I don't know whether you've had an Airbnb and you've rocked up and they didn't put the key in the right place, and the owner's got to come and let you in. It's a whole schmozzle. Well, with these smart blockchain locks, basically you book your stay. When you go there, you walk in and it will just automatically unlock for you. No need for anyone else to be involved. So again, it's changing the way we do business. The next area you want to have a look at is in NFTs, non-fungible tokens. All right. Now, non-fungible tokens can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, and other types of digital files. The biggest area that I look at is in gaming. Okay. Now, you might not be a gamer, you might not like gaming, that's okay. It is a massive industry. Right now, it is the fastest growing industry within the cryptocurrency world, okay? And people are making incredible income. Now, here's an example of one here. This is called the Sandbox. It's a virtual universe, okay? And I don't know whether you've seen the launch of Facebook going into the metaverse, and so same with Microsoft, and some of these bigger companies are going into this metaverse area as well. Well, the Sandbox has been in this space for a while. This is one I actually currently hold in my portfolio. About a month ago, I was on a webinar just like this, doing this presentation, and was showing people about the Sandbox. It was 70 cents then, and now it's like up to about $8 now. And it's just absolutely exploded in price. But this is a great one. And what they do is they use these NFTs like Dragon Spa, Treehouse, Crazy Pool for people to do in-game purchases. And it creates a massive influx of cash into this cryptocurrency, and people can actually buy and sell within that cryptocurrency space, within that game. Okay. So the NFTs are a great place. Have got great use cases for the gaming industry, and is an industry that is exploding right now. The next one we've got is decentralized finance. Okay, so decentralized finance is basically the banking system for the cryptocurrency world. All right, so decentralized finance is basically programmable money for the internet. Okay, so what happened in 2008 during the financial crisis is people realized that the banks could mismanage your money. Right? They could mismanage your money, and then they could lose it all unless someone bailed them out, and there's nothing you could do about it. All right. With decentralized finance, it takes that away from the banks. You take control of your money, okay? And no company can mismanage your money and lose it. Only you can do that, okay? So this is the banking sector for the cryptocurrency market. The next area we want to have a look at is large market cap. All right. So the large market cap, as we said, they're bigger. You got to wait for the rest of the market to grow, but they're solid cryptocurrencies that have been around for a while. And you can get some great ideas in the top 10. Okay. Within the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you can find some great ideas to be able to start that longer term portfolio. All right. So these are the steps I take for the longer term portfolio. It's a little bit of a slower growth than the other ones, but again, I put sort of a big chunk of my portfolio into that, and then use the smaller chunks for these other explosive coins. Now, when I say it's a slower growth, okay, this is what I mean. I mean, like Cardano went up 4,803% in 12 months. Chainlink went up 1,060% in 12 months. And Binance went up 2,132% in 12 months. This is just the last 12 months, okay? If you had put $500 between those three altcoins, it would have turned into over 39,000 US dollars in just 12 months, in just this last 12 months. All right, so those returns are still nothing to look down at. They're still amazing, amazing returns, okay, and great to have for a long-term portfolio. Now, we are up to strategy number 3. This is the one I'm most excited about. This is what gives me my daily, my weekly, my monthly income. If you've got some value out of this so far, I'm going to take a quick drink, put a number 1 in the chat. If you've gotten some great information, some great value so far, put a number 1. All righty. Yes, number 1's coming through. That's great. I'm so happy to hear that. So happy. So short term, okay. What am I looking at for short term? So the other cryptocurrencies, we're doing what's called fundamental analysis. So we're having a look at who's behind the cryptocurrency, what's going on, what are the key fundamentals behind it? With short-term trading, we don't care about any of that. What we care about is charting patterns. We're looking at what's called technical analysis. We want to look at support and resistance and different charting patterns. So I use my main criteria for this is just making sure the cryptocurrency has got some data, all right, that it's been around for a little while, and we can see some key support and resistance levels for when we want to get in. So what I did here was on Ethereum. Okay. Now on Ethereum, I saw a charting pattern called a double bottom. All right. So a double bottom is basically when it comes down and hits one level, bounces up, and then hits that same level again. All right. But it's all well and good to know when to get in, but it's just as important to know when to get out. Okay. Some people will stay in too long, and then what will happen is the price of the cryptocurrency will then go back down and they will end up losing their investment. Okay. So what we did was we saw that there's a double bottom. Yes, that's great. When do we get out? Well, we saw here on this line that the Ethereum pushed through this line, came back and touched it. It bounced up, came back and touched it once, twice, 3 times. Okay, so that shows a good level of support and resistance. So that was our level, and that's what we did. And you can even see it continued on and bounced off a couple of times, and away we go. Okay, so this was a great setup. We got into this one. We also had a look at these 2 indicators here. So you can see these squiggly lines are down below the dotted line. All right, that just means that this cryptocurrency is oversold and due for a run higher. All right, so we saw all of this, and the result was in 1 week, a $1,000 investment brought us back a $399 return of profit. Okay, and with a leveraged account, we put the same $1,000 in, and it made us $3,993 profit in just 1 week. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, what is leverage? Leverage is when you basically just take your money and borrow additional funds off the exchange, okay, to be able to increase your trading power. So there's a few different types of leverage. There's 10 to 1. So for every $1 you put into the trade, the exchange lends you $10. There's 20 to 1. So for every $1 you put in 20, there's 50 to 1 and 100 to 1. Okay, so I don't use any of those though. The one I use is 10 to 1 leverage. Okay, with 10 to 1 leverage, I can make a great income, and 10 to 1 leverage is what a lot of the big traders do. A lot of the smart investors do. All right, they use 10 to 1. You can make a great living with 10 to 1. All right, so here's another one we did here. Now it's funny. My mentor said to me, he goes, when I was starting out in the space and getting into financial markets, he said, look, Jonathan, so many people think that getting into the financial markets has to be really technical, it has to be really difficult, really complicated. He said, the fact is that is not the case. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be technical. It can be easy. Making money can be easy, okay, if you know what you're doing. And this is a great example of that. With this strategy here, all we do is we wait for it to turn green, wait for this to turn green, and then we buy. If you're waiting for anything more, there's not anything more. That's it. We wait for this to turn green and then we buy. That's it. You can't get any easier than that. All right. And then with this one here, what you do is you put what's called a trailing stop. Okay. So a trailing stop basically let's say, for example, you set your trailing stop at $20. Okay. So that means your stop loss will stay $20 behind that cryptocurrency. Okay. While it continues to go up. If it starts to go back, that stop loss will hold. If there's a sharp pullback, it will kick you out. You take your profits and away you go. So with this one here, that's what happened. With the stop loss, it continued to follow on the way up. You can see this candle here. It's got this big sort of up wick, and then it sucked back. And when it sucked back, kicked you out of the trade. Okay, and got you out, you got your profits and away you go. Now you might be saying, well, hold on, Jonathan, how is that a good thing? That cryptocurrency continued to go higher. Well, let me tell you, if anyone ever tells you they can pick the exact top and the exact bottom of any market anywhere, run, okay? No one can. What it's like is, I use an analogy, it's like a train. And if you just get onto a train, you're going to end up where you don't want to be, all right? I want to wait for the train to start moving in the direction I want it to go. Then I'm going to jump on, and then I'm going to jump off before it stops. I'm going to get my piece of the pie. I'm going to get paid, and away I go. I don't have a crystal ball, okay? So I just want to follow what that cryptocurrency is doing, get my income, and away I go. So with this cryptocurrency here, the result was $500 investment. We made $1,092 return in 2 weeks. With the leverage accounts, $500 turned into $11,592 in just 2 weeks. Now, for those of you who are out there, would $11,592 in 2 weeks, would that be great income for you? Would that be great additional income for you? Put a number 1 in the chat if getting $11,592 every 2 weeks would be great. Yes, look at that. Lots of ones coming through. Absolutely. So yeah, and look, and you don't just have to have one of these on. You can have multiple of these on at any given time. All right, so let's recap. We've gone through altcoin, my secret sauce strategy, how to turn that $5,000 into 68 million. We've got long-term investing, where to look for and to put the larger part of my portfolio. Short-term trading, how to make that daily, weekly, and monthly income from cryptocurrency. So what's the fast and easy way to get all this happening for you right now so you can start making money this week? Introducing the Digital Capital Program. You're going to receive step-by-step instructions on how to implement this strategy right now. I will show you how to trade long-term, short-term, find the best altcoins so you can double, triple, quadruple your investment. You do what you want with the profits. Okay. Now we've got nine modules in total. We've got 5 live sessions left, and continuing on November 30th, 7 p.m. Brisbane time. And if you can't make it, we send out the replays. Okay. And so module 1, we've gone over the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. Understanding the fundamentals is going to help you to pick the next explosive cryptocurrency. Module number 2, the secret behind the charts. What do the charts tell? Each chart tells you a story, and if you can read that, you can make great returns. Module number 3, the ultimate charting setups. Okay, there are many different charting setups. I use 6 to generate my income. 6 is all I need to create a great income, and I'm going to show you those exact 6 and how to use them. How to use leverage like like a pro, okay? The fact is, with leverage, you need to make sure you've got strict rules in place so you don't lose your account, but you actually use leverage to exponentially grow your returns. Module number 5, altcoin secret source extended version. I've gone through as much as I can with you on this webinar here today with the time allotted, but we're going to go through this in even more detail. And I'm actually going to show you ones that I personally will invest in live. Okay. Module number 6, reputable exchanges. We're going to show you the best exchanges, okay, and how to get signed up to them. Module 7, positioning yourself for success. This is about mindset. Okay. Now we find in this trading space, okay, if you don't have the right mindset, one of two things is going to happen. Okay. Either one is you're going to make no money, you're going to get disillusioned and then have to just go back and get a job. Number 2 is you make a lot of money, but then you give it all back and you lose it all again. I don't want either of those things to happen to you, okay? So that's why we're going to go through positioning yourself for success. Module 8, research toolbox. I've gone through some of my websites now. I'm going to give you my full arsenal and what I use to research the next explosive cryptocurrency. Webinar 9, putting it all together, making sure you've got the full package and you're utilizing each of these different steps throughout. So that's the digital capital program valued at $4,500. You're also going to receive full support from me, 12 months email access, and you've got email access to me personally, okay? Not someone else, but when you email through, you're emailing through to me, $2,500. So here's what you get: 9 live webinars for $4,500, 12 months email access for $2,500, total value $7,000. But hold on, because I've got a great offer for you here today, thanks to Tom. All right, just quickly, some frequently asked questions. What's the next steps? Well, look, there's only one of me, okay? And I'm personally doing the training. I'm personally doing the support, okay? So I can only take on a certain amount of people because there's only a certain amount of me. There's only one of me, okay? So we're going to give you the link, and for the first amount of people, you can get on board. Once you get on board, you're going to receive an email from me. You're going to get access to the membership site. You can go over the modules we've done already. Your coach will be in contact with you, get you signed up on an exchange, and get you ready to trade as soon as you're ready to start trading. The next thing I get asked, do you have to pay tax? Yes, you do. It's an investment like any other. You've got to pay tax. But the great thing is, if you're paying tax, you're making money. All right. Can I do this in your self-managed super fund? Absolutely, you can. You can definitely do this in your retirement account. You'll just need to speak to your accountant about that. Does this program really work? Well, let's have a look. These are some recent results. This one here was just from 2 days ago. All right. And this was one of my students, Brett, and he put $500 in these 2 cryptocurrencies and doubled his money, okay, within 2 weeks. Here's another student, Stephen, okay, just recently in October, and he made $4,000 profit from one trade in just 21 days, okay? That's the proof in his account that he sent me as well. Can you do this in a small account? Absolutely. This is the one account. This account only had $500 in it and made $379 profit in 1.5 days. Here's an email I got on Wednesday, the 24th. So just 2 days ago, from Ryan. And he says, still not 100% sure what I'm doing. We haven't gone through all the modules yet. So he's only just started. Okay. But he sold out 10K within the first 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Okay. 10K profit. Okay. With one cryptocurrency that I spoke about and is just absolute life-changing money. This guy still doesn't even know what he's doing, okay? And was able to make $10,000 US profit by joining the program. Here's another one here, John. So this was Sunday, November 21st, so just recently, and he's made $4,666 in the first 2 weeks with just one trade. And he's saying that he's able to pay for the price of the program within the first 2 weeks, which is absolutely amazing, and so proud of John. We've got another one here where we did $20,000 as Bitcoin fell. We saw this head and shoulders charting pattern, which is a charting pattern that I'll show you on the program, and made amazing money when Bitcoin fell. As a premium member, you're also going to receive 3 one-hour fast start sessions with your own personal coach. They're going to get you set up and ready to go. You're also going to get complete access to my top 20 crypto investments that we have in our portfolio right now. Okay. Now, I do thousands and thousands of hours of research, so you don't have to. Okay. I do all the research. I do all the hard yards. You can just simply follow along with what I do. And I continually keep this list updated. I continually give new cryptocurrencies every week. After these live sessions are finished, we're going to do monthly crypto webinars, okay? So we're going to jump on each month. I'm going to go through the latest news. I'm going to go through my top coin picks, okay? And I'm going to do a Q&A and answer all your questions as well. Can you do this another way? Well, yes, you can invest in one of those, we just tell you what to buy and you just blindly follow along. But that business could go away tomorrow, and then you're stuck. You don't know what you're doing. I want to teach people how to take control of their finances back, how to create their own financial freedom. All right. You can jump on the internet and research and try to find all these different ideas and things and get turned around. You can potentially lose thousands of dollars, okay, and get disheartened and end up just quitting. Okay. The fact is there's no comparison and you're not going to pay that much today. Here's why I'm going to give you an amazing offer, because to put it simply, helping people is my passion. I really hope through this webinar, you've been able to see I've tried to really deliver some great value in the time that I've had, because helping people in this space is what I love to do. Also, because I want 10 millionaire members in the next 12 months, okay? That's why I'm running this course personally with me, okay? You're with me and I want to get those next 10 millionaires. I want you to join my Millionaires Club, okay? So we can start to give back to people who can't help themselves, okay? And really give back to the world. And as a big thank you to Tom Hua and his loyal subscribers for inviting me on here today. So the full value is $12,689. But for the first 20 people, only $3,997 Australian dollars, $3,997 Australian dollars. Go to www.x10effect.com/ready. And I'm going to put that in the chat. x10effect.com/ready. Okay. That is in the chat. That is a clickable link there. All right, https x10effect.com/ready. Yep. Okay, so click on that link there, jump on. I can only take 20 people. After we hit 20 people, you'll go to click on the buy now button and it will not let you. I can only take 20 people. That's all that I have room for. There's only just me, okay? And we're doing 2 sessions and so we take 20 people per session. So here it is here. Now, we've also, if you join up, you're going to receive my next big crypto. Okay. I expect this to at least 10x in value. And this one cryptocurrency trade could easily pay for the price of this course. Okay. I go to x10effect.com/ready. Now, we also do a 14-day risk-free trial. If I want those next 10 millionaires, I need people on this program who actually want to be there, okay? Who actually want to be successful, who, quitting is not an option, okay? So that's why we put the 14-day risk-free trial. If for any reason within that 14 days you're not happy, we give you your full money back. No questions asked, see you later. So full value, 12,689 for the first 20 people, 3,997 Australian dollars. Go to x10effect.com/ready. Okay. Now, for those of you who can't quite afford that, well, for the first 20 people, we've got 3 monthly payments of 1,597 as a bit of a payment plan, still at x10effect.com/ready. Okay. So if you go there and you don't want to do full pay, you can do a part pay option, which is 1,597 Australian dollars down now. Okay. And then for 3 months, 1,597. Okay. So full pay 3,997, part pay 3 monthly payments of 1,597. at x10effect.com/ready. Okay. Now I'm going to take a quick drink of water. All right. And then we're going to get into Q&A. But while I'm doing that, jump on that link, get started. I can only take 20 people. That's all I can handle. So jump on 20 people and we will get you started. And I'm happy to take some questions and do a bit of Q&A for anyone who wants. If Tom wants to come back on, happy to answer some of your questions as well, Tom. And would love to get some questions from the audience. Absolutely. So please put them into the chat. Okay, all right. So we got one question here from Jennifer. So Jennifer's saying, okay. Jennifer's saying, is there any time frame to use all the coaching calls? No, there's not, Jennifer. You can use these. You've got these for life, okay? And so what I suggest is you get on and you do the first coaching call quickly, get your account set up, and then use the other ones as time goes on. Hey, Tom, how you doing? How did you enjoy that?
Yeah, what a great presentation. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Look, I'm not sure if there's any more questions coming, but our time is about up. There's only a couple of minutes left. The information you have just shared with us is simply incredible. To be honest with you, I would be very interested in investing in your program myself. I'm serious. I'm not, talking to the audience. I'm talking to you. I like to join because I've got the money and I got it nowhere else that is better than what you just presented to invest my money. Nowhere else, I can put the money to get return in those kind of percentage in such short period of time. I'm going to talk to you after this session.
Absolutely.
And I love what you were able to share with us in such short time we have been together today. I'm sure joining your program will truly give everyone a lifelong skill that they can use anytime they want and make a part-time income or even full-time income, replacement and beyond to make their own dreams come true. Do we have any questions? I don't think there's any questions remain because you have answered every question that is potentially would be asked.
Oh, absolutely. No, look, it's been my absolute pleasure. And I'm just so excited about this space and to be able to change people's lives for the future. So I'm looking forward to everyone who's jumping on board and look forward to speaking with you all personally and getting you started on this amazing journey.
Absolutely. Congratulations to everyone who has already taken action. I can see that many people have already joined your program to change their life. Now, time is about up, so I hope everyone on this call who has not taken advantage of this incredible offer does so now. So you can get all of Jonathan's incredible bonuses, and they are only available now for the 20 people. So now just go ahead and do it before we end this call. So please go down and take the advantage of this incredible offer before we end the call. Jonathan, I want to thank you for sharing your amazing secrets with us today. And congratulations to everyone who took action. Thank you all for tuning in today or tonight. So until next time, please take care and goodbye for now. Thank you, Jonathan. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Unless you have anything else to say, otherwise, goodbye. We see you at our next session, Jonathan.
Yes, we'll see you there. Thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone.